Welcome, everyone. Lovely to see you all. So if you can either close your eyes or turn your gaze inward and simply be, which you already are. Relax into presence. Without any effort. There is nothing that you need to know, to figure out. You can let things be as they are. A fresh moment appearing out of presence and refreshing itself moment by moment. You don't need any story. You don't need the past. You don't need to be somebody. Because you already are that which you are. There is no separation anywhere in the universe, in the entire cosmos. Separation is a concept, a belief, an abstraction that has no reality to it, no existence. There is nothing which is separate, because there are no things in reality. You is this reality, not a personal you, not a female or a male you, but that which you know yourself to be as I before you label yourself. before you journey into the past or into the future. Before time, you is this reality right now in every moment. You don't need to define yourself or limit yourself in any way. There is no need for you to do so. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are the proof itself. You are that which you are trying to prove. It's already proven. Nothing which appears to you defines you. Because you are the totality. And this totality is creative. You are this creative element, this creative force. You as this infinite consciousness. You as the light of awareness. Everything that you perceive appears out of consciousness, out of yourself, and is perceived as it appears. There is no time between appearance and perception. They are one. There is no distance between you and that which you perceive, which you perceive. They are one. And this you is awareness. The reality which right now perceives this perception. Because being cannot be denied. You are. That is undeniable. The I am is undeniable. There is no opposite to being. And thus, there are no borders to being. There are no edges, no limitations to being. And being is your very experience of I am, of amness. Being without being someone, without being somebody in time and space. And aware being awareness as one. Wherever you find I, you find awareness. Check it out. And wherever you find awareness, you find I. They're one. In oneness, there is nothing lacking. There are no opposites. Nothing to attain and nothing to protect from. So you don't need to leave your true home and identify yourself as a man or a woman, a son, a daughter. You do not need to identify yourself with a body, mind, form as some sort of past entity that's progressing or regressing in time towards a better future. All that is mind stuff. Once you adopt this mind stuff as your basis of perception and action, you will feel that you are limited. You will feel mortal. You will feel lacking and fearful, which is mind stuff. Sensations in the space interpreted as being real and powerful, interpreted as being an expression of your reality. But reality cannot be expressed in mind or sensation or thoughts. It knows itself as being, universal, borderless being, aware presence. Experience is simply awareness dancing. The movement within itself, from itself to itself. There is no separate entity experiencing an external world or an internal mind. That's a misinterpretation. Experience is non-dual. It is not A meeting B. It's this silent presence that's manifesting as this conversation, manifesting as breath, manifesting as bodily sensations. It is this silent presence which appears from itself to itself as what the mind refers to as an appearance, as an experience. Like the ocean, out of itself and from itself and to itself, manifests as currents within the ocean or waves. So you can allow your mind to rest as presence. The presence that you are, which cannot be described conceptually that which we all know experientially. So if you have any questions, make sure you unmute yourself.
I have a comment.
Anyway, yes.
Said something at one point about proving something, and you connected it with awareness or the I am, the absolute. I don't remember how you phrased it. I found that really just touching, very kind of a very like a healing message, that we often hear that in a psychological sense, you have nothing to prove, but you connected it beautifully to awareness, however you want to say it, as there's nothing to prove. Anyway, that just really, really touched me. So, yeah.
One could say that reality is its own proof. Awareness, consciousness is its own proof. And also, upon our investigation into the I, sooner or later we come to the understanding that there is no separate consciousness, no separate self that needs to prove anything to anybody or needs anything to be proven to them, because that's all fiction.
Yeah, or anyone to prove to.
Or anyone to prove to, no other, yes. Yeah. So hand in hand, belief in that I'm somebody lacking, needing, etc., and the other, the other that can maybe fulfill my desires or be part of my game.
Yeah, and at the phenomenal level, if you think of like it points it points to love in a very simple way. For example, we wouldn't ask a parent wouldn't ask a child, wouldn't need for them to prove something to be loved. Or having a dog, it doesn't need to prove something
Yes, right.
to love it.
We love love. We love the expression of love, whichever manner or form it takes. We're suckers for it.
Yeah, there's no question. It doesn't need to be proved.
Yeah.
Easily. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
So apparently I was muted.
Oh,
I just had
I didn't mute you. Maybe.
I had a long question. I said the whole thing and then
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
let's see if I can summarize. Um, you said something about if I don't remember which way you said it, but if there's awareness, there's I am, and if there's I am, there's awareness.
Yes.
The it struck me that that's true, except if you're using the I am in any kind of personal sense. In other words, it's kind of a special use of the word I am. So yeah, I am implies awareness, but awareness doesn't imply I am.
It's not so much I am, it's being. And sometimes I use the term I am, but I use the term I am in referring to being is, or awareness is, or consciousness is, or reality is. Not, yes, as you're pointing out, not I am a person, or I am this, or I am that. Before the attribute, before the qualification is added on to the I am, it's just pure amness, pure I is, or I amness. It's the amness. So, which another word of it is being. So wherever there is being, there is awareness. Wherever there is I, not I I Magdi, I the son, I the father, etc. Before any qualificative is added on, before any add-ons. And I think in Sanskrit they use the term superimposition. So it's a pre-superimposition. Being is pre-superimposition. But
yeah,
yes.
I understand. And I know Ramana Maharshi used that I am pointer. but it could also be heard as just a sound like I. Where is that sound appearing? What is it referring to? Um, so I guess in that sense, it's just a pointer. But why use I? It's just a way to point students to the fact that if there's an I, there must be something.
But I refers to an experience.
Sorry?
I refers to an experience.
Yeah, a certain, yeah, in a certain way.
So what is the experience of I, experience of being? Before we use the word I, there is an experience.
Yes, before the word I, yeah.
An experience. So the word I, the concept I, is just referring to the experience. Experience is not in words. Experience is not a concept. It's not a conceptual event. It's experiential. So there is an experience of I, or experience of being. So the word I, or the word being, or the word presence, or sometimes the word amness, is referring to an experience, which is not of words. Experience is not of words. So that, like I said, the map is not the territory. Yes, but there is a territory. So you can alter the terms. You can say, well, why use I? Let's use being, or let's not use being. Let's use presence. Let's not use presence. Let's use amness. Let's not use amness. Let's use whatever. It's just basically changing the color of the map. You're saying, okay, well, let me draw a line from here to here in red or in yellow or in blue. But there is a territory. There is such a thing as driving to New York City as an experience. And the map can be expressed in many ways. The wording, the conceptual expression of the experience can vary, but as a consensus, we all 7 billion of us, we use the term I in various languages, of course, but it's this reference I as an experience of being. The experience of being is what I refers to before any superimposition is added on, before any add-on.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
The thing is,
it's just words.
yeah, we mistake the dress that is being worn for consciousness, for the robe that is worn. We are more attracted, or we perceive via our senses the colors, the shapes. We perceive via the mind, the concepts. We perceive via the body, the feelings, the sensations, so via that instrument, via the mind, and we're only perceiving the superimpositions. We're perceiving, Namarupa, the names and the forms. But here we're talking about an experience which affects the mind, but it doesn't arise in the mind. It's not of the mind. It appeals to the mind, but it is an experience which is not mind-like. It's more noumenal. So being, the experience, the knowingness of I am is not a mind knowingness. It's knowingness knowing itself. It's awareness or being knowing that it is. This is why we say that being and awareness go hand in hand, because being and knowing, wherever there is being, there is knowing of being. And wherever there is a knowing, there is being, which is knowing.
And it's like the words are like the clothes that we try to, the clothes that we use to point to the nakedness.
Yeah, right. They're pointers, right? But they say the finger pointing to the moon. Yes. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, right. So no questions. Thank you all. Very lovely to be with you. For that, and Richard, Eric, Carol, Nathan, Lynn, hello Lynn, Mark, John, and Sean.
Thank you.
Leona, hello Leona, nice to meet you. Holly, hello Holly, Shiva, Sadi Shiva, Manoj, and Manoj,
Thank you, Magdi.
and nice and hello George. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Magdi.